The Clean Water Act is one of America's great success stories. The drama of rivers catching on fire propelled it into law, and the importance of clean water to public health and the economy keep it going today. Cleaning up our waterways takes sustained efforts. In 2013, for the first time in 50 years, the Charles River in Boston was declared clean enough for swimming. While we have made large improvements in water quality since enactment of the Clean Water Act, there is still more to do. More than half of U.S. rivers are still unsuitable for aquatic life, largely due to fertilizer runoff and pesticides. 1 in 4 fish are unsafe to eat due to high mercury levels. But it's not just fish that are affected. Analysis of 20 million tap water quality tests in 45 states found 316 different contaminants, from industrial solvents in weed killers in water supplied to the public over a 5-year period. And that is why a strong Clean Water Act is still important today. Today's hearing primarily concerns the definition of navigable waters, a term which is used in the Clean Water Act and has been the subject of competing interpretations. For all the controversy that surrounds it, however, Congress's legislative intent was clear. The 1972 conference report states the conferees fully intend that the term navigable waters be given the broadest possible constitutional interpretation. So, Mr. Parenteau, I'd like to ask you some questions about that and the Supreme Court's ruling on the issue. The Supreme Court has held that wetlands are deemed waters of the United States if they significantly affect navigable waters, which term the Court has expressed includes something more than traditional navigable waters. In fact, the Court has twice stated that the meaning of navigable waters in the Act is broader than the traditional meaning of the term. Mr. Parenteau, is the proposed rule consistent with the Constitution and the decisions of the U.S. Supreme Court?
In my view, it is, Senator Markey, and specifically with this question of significant nexus, there have been 11 circuit court decisions since the Rapanos case was issued. All 11 have said the Kennedy test is either the controlling test, and the Kennedy test is the significant nexus test, is either the controlling test or, in one circuit, the 11th Circuit, the exclusive test. No court has said that Justice Scalia's plurality opinion is the controlling opinion from the Rapanos case. Significant nexus means biological integrity. It doesn't mean simply the transport of a pollutant from point A to point B. The Supreme Court unanimously in the Riverside Bayview case said the purpose of the Clean Water Act is to protect the ecological integrity of the nation's waters. An opinion, by the way, written by Justice White of Colorado, who had some knowledge of the western landscape.
Thank you. So let me continue. Will the proposed rule decrease litigation risk and reduce uncertainty over which types of water bodies are within federal jurisdiction by defining which waters affect navigable waters and are subject to the Clean Water Act?
Quite the contrary. It will increase litigation because what this bill does is layer on a whole bunch of new terms, new concepts that will all have to be litigated on top of an existing body of case law, including the Supreme Court's decisions in Rapanos. So what you're going to have now is a whole new wave of litigation trying to understand what would this legislation do in relation to the original legislation and the case law that exists. So it would be chaotic.
Will the rule clarify?
It will not.
It will not clarify.
The Clean Water Rule will clarify, but the bill that's proposed.
No, I'm talking about the rule. Will the rule?
The rule would clarify.
The rule will clarify.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry. The rule would clarify to the extent it can be clarified.
Okay, but the rule will clarify. The bill will not clarify.
Right.
So, okay, that's important to get out there. Mr. Lemley, history has shown that left unprotected, wetlands and the free water purification services that they perform are often diminished or destroyed. Do you believe that by protecting these free water cleaning systems, the proposed rule will have a positive economic impact on your industry and the economy?
Absolutely, there's no question. We're also in Colorado, and with the fires we saw and then the flooding we saw, we are very concerned about water quality and availability of water, and we need, as our growing industry, as much clean and abundant water as we possibly can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.